What's up, y'all? So I'm like super happy to be back with another video about being 20 something in 2018, or really just being 20 something regardless. So let's jump right in. As y'all can tell, my edges grew back. That was kind of a dark time. It was a really dark time when I didn't have edges. I felt the pain of my sisterin. All my sisterin that don't have edges, I felt your pain, sis. But mine grew back. As you can see, acne is still a problem. So I've been avoiding my grandma. I'll call her, but she'll be like, baby, when you gonna come back over here to eat? I'm not coming. So recently I've been seeing people talk about living their best life. So what the heck is living your best life? A lot of people say that living your best life can be like sexual freedom. And I'm all for people being sexually free. I think people should be who they are. I think people shouldn't worry about what other people are doing in the bedroom, because it's their business. If they're not harming anyone or anything like that, as long as there are two consenting adults, whatever. Living your best life to me is just doing what you want to do. You know, if you're not hurting anybody, if you are being considerate and you are making memories. Like, I often tell myself, like, is this a memory that I'm going to want to tell my kids? Is this a memory that I want to write down in my journal? Like, am I living to my fullest potential? And I think that's living my best life, because you only get one life. My mom all the time tells me, like, Iria, you need to be 24. You need to be 24. And that's so true. I think a lot of times I get bogged down on trying to save money, trying to make sure that I'm not broke, honestly, trying to make sure that I'm not in the working class for the rest of my life. I want to ultimately make money in my sleep. Ultimately, really, I want to be famous. Well, not really famous. Oh, yeah, look at them. I'm flexing because I ain't been to the gym in like 2 weeks. But ultimately, I want to be a well-known name. You know what I'm saying? So living my best life is trying to figure out what steps I need to take in order to get there. And I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, because part of me feels like living my best life should be not really caring, like just doing what you want to do, not trying to plan for the future right now at 24, just living a good life. And then part of me feels like, how am I going to live my best life if I don't save and plan, make sure my 401k is set up, make sure that I have money in the bank in my savings, make sure that I am reading the right books, watching the right documentaries, listening to the right podcast. Like, how do you... I promise all my videos are not going to be negative, but I'm a Cancer and we're kind of pessimistic by nature, but that's not really how I want y'all to know me. But really and truly, I think one thing that a lot of 20-somethings, at least responsible 20-somethings, worry about is the future. A lot of us, I don't want to generalize everybody, but this is my reality, so I assume that most people live this way. A lot of us, our parents work hard. A lot of us are from single parent homes, so we often make decisions to make sure that we're not like our parents, to make sure that we're not struggling. So we worry ourselves with saving money, with saving. We worry ourselves with getting the perfect job so that we will either be there forever, or so that we'll have some type of stocks and bonds in the company, or getting the perfect job because we don't want to work forever. So I think that's what a lot of 20-somethings worry about, like not being like their parents. And that's kind of disheartening, because you put all that pressure on yourself, and for what? To not really live the life of a 20-year-old. On one hand, I feel like I need to be out partying, I need to be on vacations, I need to like spend, because the money's gonna come back to me. And on one hand, I'm like, girl, the money might not come back to you, so you might want to save. You might want to make sure that the next check is coming. And if you're not growing from this job, you can move on to the next job. I know that I've read a lot of articles that said that millennials right now are not as loyal to a job that our parents were, or even our grandparents were. They would find a job, work that job for 40, 50 years, and then retire. And millennials, honestly, if we don't like a job, we'll quit the same day we get the job. Like, I literally have a friend, and you know who you are. She will get a job, quit the job within 2 weeks, and find another job the same day she quit. Who does that? If you do that, put a comment down below and say, that's me, because I need to know, like, why people have such great luck finding jobs, especially if you quit every job you get. I'm like super dehydrated right now. Okay. Stop asking us when we're going to have children, because some of us might not want kids. Some of us might be waiting to establish something before we just start popping out babies. Because I feel like y'all think we like baby making machines. Babies ain't cheap. Is it just me, or is it that when you're 20 something, your body doesn't work the same as when you were like 18, 19, maybe even 20? Let me just give you a little anecdote. Okay. Me and my friends and our guys went out to a cute little restaurant in Atlanta, and my guy and my friend's guy literally was just buying rounds of shots. So all of us are like, woohoo, you know, let's party, let's get litty. I think that's what the kids are calling it. And we're all good, but literally by round 4, I'm like, I'm tapping out. I can't do it anymore. So everybody gets one more round, and then a round of, I think, margaritas. So I knew at that moment we had fucked up. So one friend is in the bathroom done. Another friend is literally flirting with people, dancing with people, and I'm like, oh, she's done. Me, I'm stuck. I'm in that bit like him. And I just knew we were washed. The next weekend was homecoming. And I love my alma mater, the University of Georgia. So we're at homecoming, and like, you know, we're drinking, we're having fun. And by the end of the day, by the end of the tailgate, y'all, I'm sneezing. My allergies acting up. I'm dehydrated. My mouth tastes like I've been eating sand. And I'm just like, I don't remember getting this tired and washed at 19. What has this time come to? Like, I need a nap. We were supposed to go out that night. We did end up going out, but literally we went out. We stood in front of a bar, one of the bars downtown, and we all started looking at each other like, yeah, it's about that time. You ready, girl? You ready? You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. All right, let's go. Our bodies just don't work the same anymore. Like, honestly, I thought I had at least until 28 to be washed. But that's okay. Because when you eat fruits and berries and roots and seeds and shit like I do, you can't really take all that alcohol and stuff, which is totally fine. Y'all might realize very, very soon in your 20-somethings, and I'm only 24, so I have another couple months until I'm 25 and my metabolism starts to slow down. Y'all gonna realize y'all can't eat all that stuff y'all used to eat. Like, I have a friend, I love you. You know who you are. Doesn't eat vegetables. And I should probably text her to ask her if I can talk about her. She said yes. I have a friend who doesn't eat vegetables, and all she eats is honey buns, fruit snacks, Oreos, pecan swirls, you know, all them little snacks that your aunties and your grandma be having at their house. She eats that. She don't eat vegetables. You know, after a certain age, you really have to start monitoring what you put into your body. And I really feel like as a 20-something, you should start now. You don't want to start when you're like 50 and you're trying to figure out what healthy habits you need. You needed to start forming those at 20 something. But I'm here to tell you, potatoes, french fries, not a vegetable. For me, in my experience, your 20 something is your, rewind. Your 20 somethings is kind of like when you come into your grown woman body or your grown man body. Yeah, we're humans and our weight is going to fluctuate. Sometimes we're going to be smaller than we thought. Sometimes we're going to be bigger than we thought. But take care of your body. Like, watch what you put into your body. Not watch it, but like be conscious of what you're putting into your body. Sometimes I eat Cheeto Puffs. I know when I'm eating Cheeto Puffs, like this is like a cheat snack. But know what you're putting into your body. If you want to eat steak, like know what percentage of fat or lean or how lean the steak is. Know if it's grass fed. And you don't have to be a health nut like me or other people, but just be conscious of how you're treating your body and what you're putting into your body. I've recently in the summertime, I tried to start natural deodorant, but y'all, let me tell y'all something. Years of using antiperspirant, which means anti-perspiration, which means anti-sweat. Years of using that, I'm not used to sweating because natural deodorants literally just deodorize. They don't stop you from sweating. So I decided to try it at the beginning of the summer. Bad idea. For the first 2 weeks, I ain't gonna lie, I probably was a little musty because my body was trying to get used to it. Still cute though. You don't stink with a natural deodorant, but you will sweat. But I started using the natural deodorant because studies have shown that regular deodorant has aluminum in it, and the aluminum blocks your pores. I mean, it does its job, but it blocks your pores. And over time, I think it also produces estrogen, and estrogen is, I think, endocrine blocking. Don't quote me on this, y'all, because I am not a doctor, okay? I failed organic chemistry. Don't tell nobody I said that, but I did. So I was like, you know what? This doctor track's not for me, not a doctor. But from the articles that I've read, I believe that that's what it does. But that has been linked to possibly be associated with breast cancer. Not saying that you have to try natural deodorant, but maybe take a look at it. Just know what you're putting into your body. And that was a full rant. I don't even know if it all makes sense, but there you go. One thing that's like super lit about being a 20-something is like turning up with your parents. Now, for those of you that have lame parents, I'm so sorry. And I can never relate because my mom and dad are so freaking lit. R.I.P. Dad, we miss you. But like before my dad passed, I could talk to him about anything, and my mom is the same way. Like I could talk to her about anything. Like my mom will legit be like, "So we going out tonight?" And I'll be like, "Sis, pick the place. Shots on me." Honey, still fun to hang out with your parents, and they can kind of be your friends now. However, if you're black, then your parents will probably say, "I ain't one of your little friends." They lying. You are their friend. My mom is the type of woman to ask me about people I no longer fuck with. My mom will be like, "Oh, have you talked to so-and-so?" Who's so-and-so, Mom? You know, Keisha's daughter. And I'm like, who's that? She'd be like, Keisha's daughter, the one that you went to camp with. The girl that bullied me, Mom. That girl, I don't like her. I stopped talking to her in the 5th grade. When people ask, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Kids say things like a doctor or a scientist, a ballerina. My dumb ass wanted to be a ninja. I don't even know where I got that from. So lucky for you guys, I chose not to chew gum in this video. You're welcome.